Let me show you really quick all the different kinds of reading questions that you can encounter. So the reading and writing section on the SAT is by far the most predictable part of the SAT. So you always start with the same sections and you always go in the same order. So first, we always start with craft and structure, and we'll always specifically start with the words and context questions of this craft and structure section. Afterwards, they might mix it up a little bit. So you either get a specific question that asks you about the structure of a passage, or they'll ask you about some sort of detail here. They could ask you about the main purpose, and then they'll throw one of these comparative passages where I have text 1 and text 2. At max, they'll give you 2, but usually they just give you 1. Afterwards, there's another mix that they can give you. They can either give you some more detailed questions, they can ask you about some data, they can ask you to support a claim, or they can have you make an inference, which is when you have to predict what will come after based on what came before. After the real reading questions, we get tons of grammar questions, and then after the grammar questions, we'll get these kinds of questions, which we have to figure out what is the transition word to use. And then after that, we get to these kinds of questions where they have a bunch of bullet points. They're called rhetorical synthesis, but I just call them bullet point questions. These should be nice points. If the question is relatively easy, you usually can just read the answer choices. If it's a bit harder, make sure you read the bullet points. Hope this helps. Take care.